Welcome to Kalamazoo, Michigan, Waldo Stadium, home to the Western Michigan Broncos, where we have a terrific matchup in store. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles, taking on a team from the MAC, the Western Michigan Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Broncos will kick it off to get us underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. All wideouts, no backs. Looking to throw, it's Braxton. He's going to take a shot. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
You usually want to start a game when you come into a hostile environment with a great first drive. Get some momentum, quiet the crowd. Palmer, the exact opposite. On the road, and you make a big mistake early.
Yeah, I love coming into a hostile environment, trying to be aggressive from jump. But that interception was like giving every single fan here in this stadium a triple shot of espresso. They are going crazy right now after getting that interception.
This offense has it with really good field position. Trying to start the drive with a pass. That's caught. It's Buckley. Got some room into the goal line. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Western Michigan.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Oh, better look out! Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Caught in the backfield. It's Keith. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Man, how about that defense on the snap? They are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He'll keep it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I don't think the quarterback made the right read on that play. I know they're asking a lot of his QBs, got a lot to focus on with the pass game and all the different types of runs that they have in their playbook, but on that play there, that pre-snap look told me to hand it off.
Back to throw, it's Braxton. Looking left, and it's incomplete on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16, make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Setting up the screen. Shakes off the defender. Turning it on. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. That's reeled in. It's Brooks.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And the Broncos are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He might want another play. Dropping back, it's Lowry. He's got the tight end. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, 1st down.
The Broncos are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. Now facing a 3rd and long. Run the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Got room on the return. He's at the 10, and he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, That's one of those plays you put a highlighter beside it can really swing a game.
100%. There's a couple plays a game when you go back and you look, you're like, man, that changed the whole outcome. What an unbelievable play by the defense, not just to get the turnover, to score the points off of it.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he added the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know what thing.
Ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds a man by himself. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover, you get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
The Golden Eagles have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces third and goal. They'll try to power it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Southern Miss. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does, takes advantage of great field position.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Lowry. Unloads it left. That's caught. It's Brooks. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And the Broncos come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Quarterback may change this route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. The Broncos come to the line needing just inches for the first down. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, it's an offense that prides himself on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let him go to work.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man in the middle. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached a break. It's Southern Mississippi on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Back to pass, it's Lowry. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground, but you can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
Makes the grab, it's Williams. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And the Broncos will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Rushes on him. Keeps it and gets the first down. Turns it on in midfield. Breaks away on the left. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Southern Mississippi.
Man, he just makes it look so fun to play quarterback. Like, he's playing his own little game. He just scrambles around, takes off. Nobody can catch him all the way to the house for 6.
lining up for the PAT. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to throw, it's Lowry. And he was flat, missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw.
You normally don't see this guy miss throws like that. That was a pretty short throw. He can normally make those in his sleep, but with the incompletion, we're now setting up third down.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's third and long from the 26. Fires to the right. And the third down pass is knocked away by the D.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
And the returner goes down. Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's a
seam wide open. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it first and 10 now inside the 50. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
They're dealing with a second and long. To the air, it's Braxton. Caught in the backfield, it's Carter. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
And the Golden Eagles will snap it on first and 10. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You want to stop the run game? Get the big defensive tackles in the middle, getting penetration. Those big boys eating up blocks, taking away gaps and holes for those running backs to run through.
Using his power and his sweet feet to get into the backfield quickly.
And you know you're athletic when you describe with power and sweet feet. I mean, just put those two things together and you're just pretty amazing.
The Golden Eagles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. He's going to run it. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Grab near the marker. It's Chester. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Looking for the goal line.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
And the Golden Eagles will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Scanning the field, it's Braxton. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Miss. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead.
Set to kick this one away.
On the run from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return.
Take over. 1st and 10.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He wants to change this route. To the air on 1st down. Got his man. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. The Broncos want to move quickly. 2nd down, he'll throw it. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. He's in open space downfield. There he goes! Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get into the 33-yard line. And the Broncos, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Dropping back, it's Lowry. Finds his big tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Grabbed in the middle, it's Buckley. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On The Broncos will have it 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Wants to throw again. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. Splits the uprights, it's good. That cuts the lead down to 28-10.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, give on the inside. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
The Golden Eagles have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Got it in the middle, it's Heath. Off and running. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
And the Golden Eagles just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Breaks into the open. That's a fumble. How in the world did the offense retain possession? Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run play action. Catch in the middle. It's Chester. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield, it's Braxton. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And that lead grows even bigger. That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. The Golden Eagles will boot it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. On the move, it's Buckley. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Fires to the middle. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Takes it the other way. He's at the 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Southern Mississippi.
This guy really is the complete linebacker. Not only is he physical and not only can he play downhill to stop the run, this guy is a weapon in pass coverage. You saw it on that play. What can't this guy do?
On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
That makes the score Southern Mississippi 38, Western Michigan 10.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Might be changing the route. Looking to throw, it's Lowry. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it up to 45.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Fires left. He's got it. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his second PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
So now it's 2nd and long. They just keep firing. Throws for the tight end. He's got it. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Back to throw, it's Lowry. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
2nd and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Western Michigan. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And the extra point was good. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Oh, it gives him the tough stiff arm. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Now the play fake. Fires to the big fella. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage, man. You want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him, got him on the ground too quick.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28.
Here we go.
Dropping back, it's Braxton. Here's the pressure. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And the Golden Eagles decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. That was a big stop by the defense. Now to see if they can take advantage and draw a little closer in this game as we're starting to get late. Fires to the tight end. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Hey, man, you're going to have to bring a lot of hats to the party to get this guy down. These big tight ends, they do not go down easy. He's able to make one guy miss, break a tackle, pick up some extra yardage.
Big play like that to open a drive just builds the confidence. Now first down from the 46. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
And that's a big shot, that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
Looking for a man. It's Lowry. The throw. Snagged out of the air. There he goes. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
And the defensive coordinator is irate on the sideline. 3rd and long. It's a short throw. You've got to be able to rally, make a tackle, and force the punter onto the field. They let him get loose, break some tackles, and with the first, the offense stays on the field.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
And the Broncos pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Oh, and he just dropped it. So close to his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Man, they could have flipped that field in a hurry, right? They've given up some yards. They're sitting in their own red zone. A chance to make a big play. Yeah, he could have made that interception and could have flipped this field.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking for room. It's Buckley. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Direct snap. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
The Broncos have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
And this defense is defending its goal line. Back-to-back stops right in the shadow of their own goalpost. After getting nothing on the last play, will they try to run it in from the 2 on 3rd? Into the house. Touchdown, Broncos! This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? And you can't miss. You've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw. It's Braxton. Using his legs to buy some time. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. He showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. They'll ride the hot hand. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The corners are walked up tight. Trying play action. And with the pressure on him, the quarterback goes down, and we've played 3 quarters here. We've reached the end of the quarter, guys, and Southern Mississippi has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Back to pass, it's Braxton. He'll try to do it himself. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
And how nice is it to just have a quarterback that you believe in, that you can trust, you can put it in his hands on 3rd down to make the right decision. You've got the lead, and you've got your guy. He sees it, nothing open, tucks it, gets a huge 3rd down conversion for this offense.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Steps away. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
They kick it away on 4th down. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. To the air, it's Lowry. Lofts one high and deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Caught over the middle. It's Buckley. He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
I love defenses that can mix it up between man and zone, and I love the vision right here by the quarterback, seeing the quarterback the whole way, breaking on the football when that hand separates from the other hand. Nice job getting the deflection. Nice vision by that cornerback.
I think the head coach might need to have a talk with his QB and just try to get him settled down because he looks out of sorts right now. He's already thrown 2 picks. He tried to throw that ball up his back leg. The coach needs to get his QB settled because he seems like he's rattled right now.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Under fire. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
Yeah, and unfortunately in the 4th quarter, losing, you got to put the foot on the accelerator. You got to make something happen. So I get they had to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get this offense to make plays when they need it the most.
Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. They had to punt last time they had it. Highly unlikely that'll happen here, barring utter disaster. Great field position. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50, and on your very first play, you break off a long run. This defense right now is playing on their heels late.
He'll pull it on the read. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill, getting the quarterback on the ground.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to pass. It's Braxton. Got out of trouble and throws. Finds his big tight end. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. He makes a grab. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
The Golden Eagles trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Gets it out quickly. He gets it in. Touchdown, Southern Miss.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth.
Mississippi, 45. Western Michigan, 24.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. Back to throw, it's Lowry. Quickly out to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Quarterback making checks. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Leaves it with the back. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Looking for a man, it's Braxton. Here's a heat. He goes out of bounds, couple of yards short of the 20. They'll mark it at the 18.
It's nice for this D coordinator when he puts his nickel package out on the field, because that nickel player he's got who subs in is good in coverage. He's also aggressive. He does a nice job blitzing, and he can play the run. They can spy the quarterback. There's a lot of different tools this guy's got to defend against a mobile quarterback, and I think you saw a little bit right there in that nickel package, now setting up 4th and 1.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive.
1st and 10.
Quarterback making adjustments. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Looking to the big tight end. On target over the middle. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. And the Broncos come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking downfield on first down. Pocket breaking down. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And this is a tough spot for QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart, because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays, because they are definitely playing the deep.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Looking left, and they can't make the connection on third down.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here, because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Dances away to buy time. Turning it on. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The Broncos will line it up on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
To throw, it's Lowry. Just a little off. Incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Brings up third down.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. Got him in the open. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. He's looking to pass. Fires into the end zone. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the 3 phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to improve.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt. They sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.